Introduction. Every year on February 5th, Pakistan observes Kashmir Day, officially Indian-occupied Kashmir, a day dedicated to expressing solidarity with the people of Kashmir. But what exactly happened on this date in 1990? Why does Pakistan mark this day with such emotion? 1. What is Kashmir Day? Kashmir Day is a national holiday in Pakistan and Azad Jammu and Kashmir, AJK. It's not a celebration, but a solemn day of unity and awareness to show moral and political support for Kashmiris living under Indian administration, to remind the world that Kashmir remains one of the longest unresolved conflicts, demanding global attention. On this day, Pakistan holds rallies, seminars, and cultural events. Government buildings light up with Kashmiri flags. TV channels air documentaries, and social media trends with hashtags like #KashmirDay. Schools organize debates and art competitions to educate younger generations about Kashmir's struggle. The day is also called Solidarity Day, a reminder that Pakistanis stand shoulder to shoulder with Kashmiris in their fight for self-determination. 2. The backdrop. What happened on February 5th, 1990? To understand Kashmir Day, we must rewind to 1990, a turning point in Kashmir's history. The context. After India and Pakistan gained independence in 1947, Kashmir's Hindu ruler, Maharaja Hari Singh, controversially joined India despite the region's Muslim-majority population. This sparked the first India-Pakistan war over Kashmir. By 1949, a ceasefire line, now called the Line of Control, divided Kashmir into Indian-administered Jammu and Kashmir and Pakistan-administered AJK. Fast forward to the late 1980s, Kashmiris grew frustrated with India's heavy-handed governance. Protests erupted, demanding independence or merger with Pakistan. By 1989, this anger turned into an armed insurgency. February 5th, 1990, the breaking point. On this day, Srinagar, the capital of Indian-administered Kashmir, exploded in protests. Thousands flooded the streets, chanting Azadi, freedom, and Pakistan Zindabad. Long live Pakistan. The Indian government responded with force. Security forces fired live ammunition and tear gas. A strict curfew was imposed, cutting off communication, phones, newspapers. Reports suggest over 50 protesters were killed, with hundreds injured. The crackdown drew global criticism. Human rights groups accused India of excessive violence, while Kashmiris dubbed it a massacre. For Pakistan, this day became symbolic of Kashmir's resistance. 3. Why does Pakistan observe Kashmir Day? Pakistan's observance of Kashmir Day is rooted in history, politics, and empathy. Here's why. A. Moral obligation. Most Kashmiris are Muslim, sharing cultural and religious ties with Pakistan. Pakistan sees their struggle as a fight against oppression, akin to its own freedom movement in 1947. B. Highlighting human rights abuses. Kashmiris in Indian-administered regions face strict military control. Reports of torture, enforced disappearances, and pellet gun injuries, especially after the 2016 and 2019 protests, are common. Pakistan uses this day to amplify these issues globally. C. The UN factor. In 1948, the United Nations passed resolutions allowing Kashmiris to vote on joining India or Pakistan through a referendum. India never allowed this vote. Pakistan uses Kashmir Day to pressure the UN to fulfill its promise. D. Countering India's 2019 move. In August 2019, India revoked Article 370 of its constitution, stripping Jammu and Kashmir of its semi-autonomous status. Pakistan called this illegal and intensified its Kashmir advocacy, making the annual observance even more critical. E. Geopolitical strategy. Kashmir is a core issue in India-Pakistan relations. By marking Kashmir Day, Pakistan keeps the dispute alive in international forums, countering India's claims of normalcy in the region. 4. The global perspective. Kashmir isn't just a regional issue, it's a global flashpoint. Nuclear rivalry. India and Pakistan, both nuclear-armed nations, have fought 3 wars over Kashmir. The risk of escalation remains high, making Kashmir a threat to global peace. Human Rights Spotlight. Organizations like Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch have repeatedly condemned India's actions in Kashmir. A 2018 UN report accused Indian forces of using excessive force, arbitrary arrests, and sexual violence. Silence versus solidarity. While Pakistan rallies for Kashmir, many countries stay silent to protect trade ties with India. China, however, supports Pakistan's stance, partly due to its own territorial disputes with India. 5. The Kashmiri perspective. Kashmiris are not mere pawns in this conflict. Their voices matter. Older generations, many still remember the 1947 partition and yearn for self-determination. Youth, internet savvy and vocal, they use social media to document abuses and demand freedom. Women, often the worst hit by violence, they lead grassroots movements for justice. Not all Kashmiris want to join Pakistan, some seek independence. However, anti-India sentiment is widespread due to decades of military presence. 6. How is Kashmir Day observed? Public rallies. In Islamabad, a massive rally is held near the parliament. Protesters carry Kashmiri flags and chant slogans. Media campaigns. TV channels broadcast special programs. Newspapers publish editorials. Diplomatic efforts. Pakistan's government hosts international conferences to lobby for Kashmir. 7. Criticisms and controversies. Kashmir Day isn't without debate. Pakistani critics. Some argue the government uses Kashmir to distract from domestic issues. Indian response. India dismisses the day as propaganda, claiming Kashmir is an internal matter. 8. The road ahead. The future of Kashmir depends on dialogue. India and Pakistan must resume talks, frozen since 2019. UN intervention. The international community needs to push for a referendum. Conclusion. February 5th is more than a date. It's a cry for justice. From the bloodshed of 1990 to today's digital activism, Kashmir's struggle continues. Pakistan observes this day to remind the world that peace in South Asia is impossible without resolving Kashmir. As the Kashmiri poet Agha Shahid Ali wrote, "The world is full of paper. Write to me. It's time the world listens." Thank you for watching. Kashmir Day isn't just a reminder of the past. It's a call for justice and peace that still echoes today. The struggle for Kashmir continues, and it's crucial for the world to pay attention. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on global issues. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, take care and stay informed.